Ever wondered why idiomatic expressions play such a significant role in the IELTS speaking test? Hey everyone, welcome back to IELTS Preparation with Max Excel. I'm thrilled to see you here again. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our valuable content. Today, we are diving into a crucial topic, the use of idiomatic expressions in IELTS speaking. But before we jump in, I want to remind you that we've already covered the full IELTS speaking grading criteria in a previous video. You can find the link in the description below, so be sure to check it out to gain a better understanding of the grading criteria. Now, let's get started with today's video. First things first, why should we bother with idioms in our IELTS speaking test? Well, think of idioms as the special ingredient that gives your English that extra flavor. But it's not just about sounding cool, it's about showing the examiner that you're not just a regular English learner, you're a language pro. So, let's jump into the world of idioms together and see how they can totally level up your speaking game. We'll be delving into 30 idiomatic expressions that are not only useful for your IELTS speaking test but also for everyday conversations. I'll provide clear explanations and plenty of examples to ensure you understand how to use them effectively. Let's begin. 1. Let's kick things off with our first idiomatic expression, break the ice. This phrase is used to describe the action of initiating or easing tension in a social situation, especially when meeting new people or in unfamiliar settings. For example, at the beginning of the workshop, the facilitator played a game to break the ice and help everyone feel more comfortable. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing experiences of starting conversations or building rapport with others. For instance, if asked about a memorable social event, you could say, "At a recent party, I decided to break the ice by introducing myself to a few people and asking about their interests." 2. Get cold feet. This phrase is used to describe the feeling of becoming nervous or anxious, especially about doing something that requires courage or commitment. For example, I was going to ask her out on a date, but I got cold feet at the last minute. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing experiences of feeling nervous or hesitant about a decision or action. For instance, if asked about a time when you had to make a difficult choice, you could say, "I wanted to apply for the job promotion, but I got cold feet because I wasn't sure if I was ready for the added responsibility." 3. Next, let's consider the idiomatic expression, cut to the chase. This phrase is used to describe the action of getting to the main point or essential information without unnecessary delay or preamble. For example, let's cut to the chase and discuss the key issues we need to address. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing a situation where you want to focus on the most important aspects of a topic or conversation. For instance, if asked about a challenging decision you had to make, you could say, "Instead of dwelling on the minor details, I decided to cut to the chase and prioritize the factors that would have the greatest impact on the outcome." 4. Let's discuss another useful idiomatic expression, piece of cake. This phrase is used to describe something that is very easy or effortless to accomplish. For example, "Don't worry about the test, it's going to be a piece of cake." In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing tasks or challenges that you find particularly easy. For instance, if asked about your hobbies or interests, you could say, "For me, cooking is a piece of cake. I find it relaxing and enjoyable to experiment with different recipes." 5. The ball is in your court. This phrase is used to indicate that someone has the responsibility or opportunity to make a decision or take action. For example, "I've given you all the information you need, so now the ball is in your court." In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing situations where someone has the authority or control over a decision or outcome. For instance, if asked about a group project you worked on, you could say, "After presenting our ideas, the teacher said the ball was in our court to choose the direction of the project." 6. Burning the midnight oil. This phrase is used to describe working late into the night, especially to complete a task or meet a deadline. For example, I had to burn the midnight oil to finish my assignment on time. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing periods of intense study or preparation. For instance, if asked about your study habits, you could say, during exam season, I often find myself burning the midnight oil to review all the material. 7. The next expression is jump on the bandwagon. This phrase is used to describe joining a trend or adopting a popular opinion or activity. For example, many people are jumping on the bandwagon and starting their own podcasts. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing societal trends or changes in behavior. For instance, if asked about a recent trend in your country, you could say, I've noticed that more young professionals are jumping on the bandwagon of remote work, especially after the pandemic. 8. Over the moon. This phrase is used to express extreme happiness or delight about something. For example, when I got accepted into my dream university, I was over the moon. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing personal achievements or exciting news. For instance, if asked about a memorable experience, you could say, when I received the job offer, I was over the moon. It was a dream come true for me. 9. Get the ball rolling. This phrase is used to describe the act of starting or initiating something, especially an activity or a process. For example, let's get the ball rolling on our project by scheduling our first meeting. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing teamwork, planning, or taking the first steps in a task. For instance, if asked about organizing an event, you could say, to organize the charity fundraiser, we need to get the ball rolling by assigning roles and setting deadlines. 10. Once in a blue moon. This phrase is used to describe something that happens very rarely or infrequently. For example, I only see my old college friends once in a blue moon. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing rare events or occasion. For instance, if asked about a special family tradition, you could say, our family has a reunion once in a blue moon, usually every 5 years. 11. A blessing in disguise. This phrase is used to describe a situation that initially seems bad or unfortunate but ultimately turns out to be beneficial or advantageous in the long run. For example, losing my job was a blessing in disguise because it gave me the opportunity to pursue my passion. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing challenges or setbacks that led to positive outcomes. For instance, if asked about a difficult experience, you could say, failing the entrance exam was a blessing in disguise because it pushed me to explore other career options and ultimately led me to discover my true passion. 12. Put all your eggs in one basket. This phrase is used to caution against concentrating all of one's efforts or resources into a single endeavor or option, as it increases the risk of failure or loss. For example, investing all your money in one stock is risky, it's like putting all your eggs in one basket. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing strategies for success or decision-making. For instance, if asked about financial planning, you could say, I believe it's important to diversify investments rather than putting all your eggs in one basket to minimize risks. 13. In the blink of an eye. This phrase is used to describe something that happens very quickly or suddenly, almost instantaneously. For example, the thief grabbed the purse and disappeared in the blink of an eye. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing rapid changes or unexpected events. For instance, if asked about a memorable moment, you could say, the fireworks display ended in the blink of an eye, leaving everyone in awe. 14. Better late than never. This phrase is used to convey that it's preferable for something to happen late than not to happen at all. It emphasizes the importance of taking action, even if delayed. For example, I finally started learning to play the guitar at 40. I guess it's better late than never. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing personal experiences or decisions. For instance, if asked about a delayed achievement, you could say, I didn't pursue my dream of studying abroad until my late 20s, but I realized that it's better late than never to chase your goals. 15. Through thick and thin. This phrase is used to describe unwavering support or loyalty, especially during difficult times. It signifies sticking with someone or something regardless of the challenges faced. For example, Sarah has been my friend through thick and thin. She's always there for me, no matter what. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing relationships or experiences that have endured hardships. For instance, if asked about a supportive friend or family member, you could say, my sister has stood by me through thick and thin, offering encouragement during my toughest moments. 16. Cutting corners. This phrase is used to describe the act of finding shortcuts or taking the easiest or quickest route to complete a task, often at the expense of quality or thoroughness. It implies that essential steps or standards are being ignored or bypassed in favor of convenience or efficiency. For example, the company's cost-cutting measures led to them cutting corners in the production process, resulting in lower quality products. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing work habits, problem-solving strategies, or ethical considerations. For instance, if asked about a time you faced a challenge at work, you could say, during a tight deadline, my team resorted to cutting corners to meet the project's requirements quickly. While it helped us deliver on time, we later realized that it compromised the overall quality of our work. 17. Back to the drawing board. This phrase is often used when a plan or attempt has failed, and it's necessary to start over from the beginning, reevaluate the approach, and come up with a new strategy or solution. It implies a sense of returning to the initial stages of planning or brainstorming to find a better way forward. For example, our marketing campaign didn't yield the expected results, so we are going back to the drawing board to devise a more effective strategy. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing past experiences or challenges you've encountered. For instance, if asked about a project that didn't go as planned, you could say, after our initial approach failed to generate interest, we had to go back to the drawing board and rethink our marketing tactics. This time, we focused on engaging our target audience more effectively, which led to better outcomes. 18. A drop in the bucket. This phrase is often used to describe a small or insignificant amount compared to what is needed or expected. It implies that the contribution or action being discussed is minimal or inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. For example, donating a few dollars to the charity was appreciated, but it's just a drop in the bucket compared to the funds needed to address the issue. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you might use this expression when discussing efforts or contributions in various situations. For instance, if asked about environmental conservation, you could say, while recycling is important, it's often seen as just a drop in the bucket when considering the larger scale of pollution and waste production. 19. In the same boat. This phrase is used to indicate that two or more people are in the same situation or facing the same circumstances, often with similar challenges or difficulties. It emphasizes a sense of shared experience or commonality among individuals. For example, we are all struggling financially, so we are definitely in the same boat. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you could use this expression when discussing topics related to shared experiences, challenges, or opinions. For instance, if asked about the impact of technology on social interactions, you might say, many people feel isolated due to excessive screen time. We are all in the same boat, trying to find a balance between digital connectivity and real-life interactions. 20. Don't judge a book by its cover, advises against forming opinions or making assumptions about something or someone based solely on outward appearances. It suggests that true value or qualities may not be immediately apparent and emphasizes the importance of looking beyond surface impressions. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, You can use this expression when discussing topics related to stereotypes, prejudice, or misconceptions. For example, if asked about first impressions or societal attitudes, you might say, "It's important not to judge people by their appearance." As the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. We need to look beyond stereotypes and get to know individuals for who they truly are. 21. A taste of your own medicine refers to experiencing the same negative treatment or consequence that one has inflicted on others. It implies a sense of justice or poetic justice, where someone receives retribution or consequences similar to what they have dished out to others. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when discussing topics related to fairness, consequences of actions, or personal experiences. For example, if asked about a situation where someone learned a valuable lesson, you might say, "Sometimes, people need to experience a taste of their own medicine to understand how their actions affect others." For instance, my friend used to make fun of others, but when he was teased in a similar manner, he realized the impact of his words. 22. Every cloud has a silver lining is used to convey the idea that even in difficult or negative situations, there is often a positive aspect or outcome. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining optimism and hope, even during challenging times. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when discussing topics related to overcoming adversity, finding positives in difficult situations, or sharing personal experiences of resilience. For example, if asked about a setback or obstacle you faced, you might say, "While losing my job was certainly a setback, I firmly believe that every cloud has a silver lining. It gave me the opportunity to explore new career paths and ultimately led me to discover my passion for entrepreneurship." 23. A dime a dozen is used to describe something that is very common, abundant, or easy to find. It implies that the item or thing being referred to is not particularly valuable or unique because it is so readily available. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when discussing topics related to consumer goods, trends, or everyday items. For example, if asked about the prevalence of fast food restaurants in your country, you might say, "Fast food restaurants are a dime a dozen in my city." You can find them on nearly every street corner, which makes it convenient but also means that there is a lot of competition in the market. 24. Give someone the benefit of the doubt means to believe someone's statement or trust their intentions, even though there may be some doubt or uncertainty. It involves assuming the best about someone's character or actions until proven otherwise. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when discussing topics related to trust, relationships, or giving people second chances. For example, if asked about a situation where you had to trust someone despite uncertainty, you might say, "In situations like that, I prefer to give people the benefit of the doubt." It's important to trust others until they give you a reason not to, as it can help foster positive relationships and communication. 25. Fish out of water refers to someone who feels uncomfortable or out of place in a particular situation or environment, similar to how a fish would struggle if removed from its natural habitat and placed on land. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when describing a time when you felt awkward or out of your element. For example, if asked about a challenging experience, you might say, "When I first moved to a new country, I felt like a fish out of water. Everything was so different, from the language to the customs, and it took me some time to adapt." 26. A needle in a haystack is used to describe something that is extremely difficult to find or locate due to being hidden amongst a large amount of similar-looking objects or information. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression to illustrate a situation where finding a particular item or piece of information was challenging or seemed nearly impossible. For instance, if asked about a difficult task you had to complete, you might say, "Searching for relevant research articles for my thesis felt like finding a needle in a haystack. There were so many sources available, but most of them weren't quite what I needed." 27. The expression, "out of the blue," is used to describe something unexpected or sudden, often without any warning or prior indication. It implies that something happens seemingly from nowhere, catching the person by surprise. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can utilize this expression to describe an unexpected event or situation that occurred in your life. For example, if asked about a memorable experience, you might say, "One day, out of the blue, I received a job offer from a company I had never applied to. It was completely unexpected but turned out to be a fantastic opportunity." 28. Make a long story short is used when someone wants to summarize or condense a lengthy narrative or explanation into a brief and concise version. It implies the desire to cut to the chase or get to the main point without delving into unnecessary details. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this expression when providing responses to questions that require storytelling or recounting experiences. For instance, if asked about a memorable trip, you might begin with, "I could tell you all about my adventure in detail, but to make a long story short, it was an incredible journey filled with unexpected discoveries and unforgettable moments." 29. The idiom, "to have a whale of a time," means to thoroughly enjoy oneself or to have a great time during an event or activity. It suggests experiencing immense pleasure, excitement, or fun in a particular situation. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this idiom when describing enjoyable experiences such as vacations, parties, or leisure activities. For example, if asked about a recent social gathering, you might say, "I had a whale of a time at my friend's birthday party last weekend. There was music, dancing, and laughter, and I really enjoyed catching up with old friends and making new ones." 30. The expression, "fit as a fiddle," means to be in excellent health or physical condition. It suggests that someone is robust, strong, and full of vitality, much like the way a well-tuned fiddle produces beautiful music. In the context of the IELTS speaking test, you can use this idiom when describing someone's health or physical well-being. For example, if asked about your exercise habits, you might say, "I try to stay fit as a fiddle by going for a run every morning and eating a balanced diet. It helps me stay energized throughout the day and keeps me feeling healthy and strong." It's important to use idioms naturally in your speech so that they sound authentic and fluent. Using them unnaturally or in the wrong context can cost you marks in the IELTS speaking test. For example, saying, "I have a whale of a time," when talking about a difficult situation would sound odd and inappropriate. So, make sure you understand the meanings and contexts of idioms before using them in your responses. Practice incorporating them into your everyday conversations to become more comfortable with their usage. That's all for today, guys. Let us know if you'd like to see a part 2 with more idioms. Also, feel free to share any idioms you know in the comments section so we can all learn from each other. Don't forget to check out our previous videos, and best of luck with your preparations. See you in the next video.